If you're a man over 40 with a demanding life and you're still running on fumes by Wednesday, I need you to hear this. It's not your age. It's not your willpower. And it's definitely not because you need to work harder. It's because nobody told you the rules for your energy and health completely changed after you turn 40. I'm Vince. I'm 60 years old, no lab coat, no fancy degrees, just 20 years of figuring out what actually moves the needle and coaching men just like you right through it. So here's the 5 health mistakes that are silently destroying your performance. Stick with me to the end, because mistake number 5 is the one that almost nobody talks about, and it's probably the one hitting you the hardest right now and you don't even know it. So here's what I want you to think about while we go through these, because for most men I work with, it's not all 5, it's just 1 or 2 that are doing the real damage. So your job right now is to figure out which ones are yours. All right, let's get into it. Mistake number 1, you're running on caffeine and cortisol. So here's what this looks like in real life. You wake up tired, you hit the coffee pretty hard, you power through the morning, and then you crash around 2 p.m. So you grab another coffee or something sweet and push on through. And by the time you get home, you're wired, but you're exhausted. Does that sound familiar? So here's what's actually happening inside your body when you're chronically stressed. And brother, if you're leading a team, managing a business, or carrying the weight of a demanding career or family, you are probably chronically stressed. Your body pumps out a hormone called cortisol. So think of cortisol as your body's like an alarm system. It's not evil, you need it, but when that alarm is going off all day, every day, it does something most men over 40 have no idea about. It tells your body to store fat, specifically around like your midsection, and it absolutely tanks your testosterone. So you're fighting the belly, you're feeling sluggish, your drive is lower than it used to be, and the real problem is that your body is stuck in like basically survival mode. Not because something's wrong with you, but because it's doing exactly what a stressed body is designed to do. The old playbook said, push harder, sleep less, grind more. The new rule, recovery is a performance strategy, not a luxury. We're going to build on that, so keep watching. So quick question before we get to mistake number 2. So which of these sounds most like your day? Is it too much caffeine, skipped meals, late night eating? Drop it below in the comments. I'm genuinely curious, and it'll help you figure out your biggest lever by the end of this video. Mistake number 2, you're either skipping meals to eat healthy, or you're grabbing whatever's convenient during the day and then overeating at night. I see this rather constantly. You skip breakfast because you're not hungry or you're rushing, then grab a light lunch because you're slammed, and then by 7, 8, 9 o'clock, you're raiding the kitchen, eating way more than you planned, waking up the next day frustrated with yourself. Here's what I need you to understand about this. This is not a willpower problem. It's a biology problem. When you underfuel during the day, your blood sugar crashes. Your cortisol spikes again to make up for it. And then ghrelin, that's the hormone that makes you want to raid the fridge, goes through the roof by the evening. Your body is not broken. It's doing exactly what it's supposed to do when it thinks it's being starved. And here's where it gets worse for men over 40 specifically. When you're not eating enough protein consistently through the day, your body doesn't just burn fat for fuel. It burns muscle. And once you start losing muscle mass, your metabolism slows. Your body stores more fat. You feel weaker, you have less energy, and the whole thing becomes a vicious cycle that just keeps getting worse and worse. The new rule is not eat less. The new rule is fuel smarter. Protein at every meal. Not obsessive, not complicated, just intentional. Mistake number 3, and this is the one that surprises most guys. Your exercise strategy is completely backwards for where you are in life. A lot of the men I talk to are trying. They're doing cardio, walking, maybe jogging, maybe they're on the Peloton, and they're wondering why the fat won't move and why they feel more beat up than they did a year ago. So here's the truth. If your cardio was king in your 20s, resistance training is the emperor in your 40s and beyond. Cardio has its place. I'm not telling you to stop moving, but for men over 40, trying to maintain muscle, boost metabolism, and actually change how their body looks and feels, Nothing comes close to lifting weights. Big compound movements, squats, deadlifts, presses, rows. These are the exercises that send the most powerful signal to your body to build and keep muscle. And here's why this matters for your performance at work. Muscle is metabolically active tissue. The more of it you have, the higher your resting metabolism, the better your insulin sensitivity, the more stable your energy throughout the day. Men who strength train consistently don't just look better, they think more clearly, they handle stress better, they sleep better, their testosterone stays higher. 2 to 3 sessions a week, focused, intentional. You don't need hours and hours, you need consistently. So 3 of them down, 2 to go. And I want to say this before we get into mistake 4 and 5, because mistake 5 in particular is one most won't even touch. If you're watching this and you're nodding along and you're thinking, yeah, great, Vince, I know I need to fix this, but I really don't know where to start. I put together a training video that maps out the exact habits proven to work for men over 40. It's the top link in the description. Now, mistakes 4 and 5. Mistake number 4, you are treating sleep like something you can negotiate. You've said things like, I'll sleep when I'm dead. I function fine on 4, 5, or 6 hours. I'm just wired to need less. Brother, I'm gonna be straight with you. That story is costing you more than you know. I like to tell people when they say I'll sleep when I'm dead, that they'll probably be dead a lot sooner than they would like. So when you consistently get less than 7 hours of sleep, 3 things happen that directly work against everything you're trying to build. First thing is your cortisol stays elevated. We already talked about what that does to your belly fat and your hormones. Number 2, your hunger hormones go haywire. Ghrelin, the raid the fridge signal, goes up. Leptin, the you're full signal, goes down. Then you eat more next. You end up eating more the next day, and you don't even realize why. The third one is your body does the majority of its testosterone production while you sleep. If you cut your sleep short, you cut your testosterone. It's pretty simple. Here's what gets me about this one. Most high-performing men over 40 are optimizing everything. Their calendar, their meetings, their diet, their workouts. And then they're treating the most single powerful recovery tool they have like an afterthought. Get 7 to 9 hours every night. Non-negotiable. Not because some wellness guru told you to. It's because the science is very clear about this, and because I've seen it change everything for the men I work with. I've seen more energy, better mood, faster fat loss, sharper thinking. All right, mistake number 5. And look, I'm going to say something here that might catch you off guard, but I've been doing this for 20 years, and I'd be doing you a great disservice if I left this one out. The real reason most men over 40 can't get out of their own way with their health is, yes, it's emotional. You're not weak, you're not broken, it's emotional. Here's what I mean. You've had a brutal week, pressure from every direction, decisions that weigh on you. By Friday night, you want to decompress. So you pour a couple drinks. You order something you wouldn't normally order. You stay up late watching something mindless. And you tell yourself you'll get back on track on Monday. Sound familiar? That cycle, stress, numbing, reset, it is not a discipline problem. It's an emotional management problem. High-performing men are wired to push through, to solve problems, to be the one who handles things. That's what we're taught as men growing up. But all of that carrying builds up. And if you don't have a healthy outlet for it, your body will find its own outlets. For most men over 40, those outlets are food, alcohol, or just basically completely shutting down. I'm not here to tell you never have a drink or enjoy a meal. That's not realistic, and frankly, may not be very sustainable at all. What I am telling you is this. You need to get honest about what's driving those choices, because until you do, you can have the perfect workout plan and the perfect meal plan, and you'll still be self-sabotaging. The fix isn't punishment. It's awareness. It's building a life that doesn't rely on food and alcohol as the primary way you decompress. And that is a big part of what actually creates permanent change. Not just for 30 days, but for the rest of your life. Okay, here's where we land. 5 mistakes. Running on caffeine and cortisol. underfueling and bad meal timing, a backwards exercise strategy, treating sleep like it's optional, and ignoring the emotional piece. Here's your experiment for this week. Pick one of these, just one. If sleep is your weakest link, start there. 7 hours, 7 nights. That's it. Pay attention to how you feel by day 4 or 5. I guarantee you something shifts. If you know your protein is low, add a solid protein source to every meal this week. Don't overthink it. Just do it. If you haven't touched a weight in months, get in 3 sessions this week. Nothing fancy. Do some squats, some presses, some pulls, 20 to 30 minutes. Done. Small, consistent moves beat perfect plans every single time. And if you want someone in your corner, a step-by-step system I built specifically for men over 40 who are ready to perform at their best and feel 10 years younger doing it, click the link below and take a look at what we do inside the Simple Wellness Protocol. Again, no lab coat, no fluff, just the stuff that actually works. Now you know the 5 mistakes. You know what's been working against you, even when you thought you were doing things right. But here's what I want you to think about next. Knowing the mistakes is one thing, but most men over 40 still don't know what's actually driving them. There are 3 specific things happening inside your body right now that are quietly draining your energy every single day. And most men have no idea any of them are happening. They're not bad habits. They're more like hidden drains. And until you fix them, the mistakes we just covered keep coming back. I broke down all 3, exactly what they are, exactly why they hit harder after 40, and exactly what to do about each one. All in this next video right here. That's your next step. See you there.